to your March 2020. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello, Tauruses. You are in the number 2 position. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your continued support from week to week. I appreciate being able to reach, you guys at this level. Okay. If you're new here with me, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are subscribed to the tribe, what's good, fam bams? And to my beautiful members, my marvelous members, hello, guys. Yes, you came in number 2, which means that you are in my top 5. You will be extended, okay? Interestingly enough, tapping into your energy, there was something that went down last week. Some zodiac signs last week started off good and then progressively got worse as I read the energy. Some of the videos, depending on how many I can get done today, normally I can get through all of them today. Last week was pretty rough. You may see some start to trickle in on Saturday if my uploading is is okay. And my internet speed, things was on the up and up, but since everybody's been ordered to stay in, much more streaming is going to take place. For those who are not talking about this and how it's affecting them in business, my hat's off to them. I don't understand how they can not talk about it. So again, I'm still going to deliver the messages. If you happen to see that it is from the 15th through the 30th, through the 15th through the 21st. And if you are one that has an issue with, seeing maybe a few trickle in on the 22nd and you feel like it's less relevant because of the time stamp that I put on it and don't understand that energy is fluid, then I apologize. I still wish you the best and thank you for stopping by anyway. Tauruses, I know that my core fan base with you guys do not think that way. Let's get cracking. Your partner, and I haven't even gotten your romance angel oracle cards out yet because I want to let you know that their behavior last week was definitely influenced by loss. Let's talk about this. So I'm looking at their energy and understanding that there was something that has taken place between you guys, but overall there has been the energy of you emotionally taking a step back from something. And they're not telling you that they really are struggling with this. Sort of like the Libra video. If you are connecting with Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aquarius or Aries this week, then these videos will go first. They are in my top 5. For Aquarius, I think I'm going to do something a little bit different when it comes down to their extension. I don't know whether I'm going to be fully extending that video for that energy. Anyway. So they are experiencing their behavior is being influenced by this loss. I feel like you and this person has emotionally disconnected, or you are attempting to pull your energy back, and they definitely feel it. This card signals a time of loss for you, okay? While it can be something minor, it can mean that someone you care about is slowly drifting away, okay? There can even be There may even be a complete severing of ties in a romantic, family, or work relationship. I do feel like this card could also represent financial loss, and in light of what's going on, if some of you in this relationship, Taurus, you and your person, one of you have unfortunately been laid off, or you own your own business and you've had to close, depending on what state you're in. So that's what this card indicates also. A personal or financial loss, a stock investment can go south, or some valuables could be stolen. This all could definitely apply right now in light of what's going on. So if you are going through that right now and you emotionally just can't give yourself on either side, I understand, but no, I feel intuitively that not necessarily due to the virus, because I don't want to do that. We have enough. We're on edge, okay? We have enough to worry about, and it could have been that the pandemic that we're experiencing didn't help. I mean, the energy is starting to shift. Last week, this didn't come up it came up, but it didn't come up as much. But this week is a little bit more pronounced, you know. And this loss could definitely be affecting you or your partner. The loss of a financial, it came right out, so I'm going to go with it. I see here that there are some pentacles here, but I really am drawn first to the emotional disconnect. And Taurus, your partner understands, they don't understand. They can feel you slowly pulling your energy away, okay? However this loss manifests in your life, it is important that you address your difficulty with calm, self-love, and clarity. Allow yourself to grieve. We'll get into the rest of that explanation in the extended. Let's get started here. First and foremost, there was a successful reconnection that you guys had with the Six of Wands. There was something that you guys already sat down and talked about. In your past, in the peak of the past, in the past couple months, there was a reset. And I've been seeing a lot of that because it could have been some residual energy that came over from 2019 into this year. And you guys have been trying to sort things out because your partner has been actively trying to not tell you what's going on with them anyway, Taurus, because of the way in which maybe you handle things. If the way in which they view the way you handle things, let me just say that. If there has been, like, looking at the Knight of Coins here, an offer that came back in that was successful, so that lets me know ultimately that this was some type of reconciliation. Or if it wasn't a reconciliation, you guys were just fine. You were just fine. And something came back up to trigger something getting out of control again. Or there was a blind eye turn. Clarify Six of Wands. There was a blind eye turn to some annoying behavior, unfortunately. Or something that needed, okay, 2 came out. Yes, self-respect and love, and you deserve love. So yes, this was addressed in the peak of the past. This was addressed. I feel like this isn't one card to clarify one or the other. I feel like overall there was a reset and there was some pulling back in the past with both of you guys or one of you, where you had to step back and reevaluate things before you came back to offer this again, or offer the reset, or the let's start over. And you deserve love. So yes, there was a stepping back and, you know, going into things that meant something to you individually, or Taurus, you pulled your energy back because your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, which you don't have a problem with. This person may be new to a person putting their boundaries down and saying what they will and won't deal with. Put it like this. This person may be new to dealing with Taurus energy. Okay? Let's talk about, before we get into the main energy, the fact that there is a divine feminine and masculine here. Well, actually, there is a strong divine masculine. There is a strong divine feminine and a masculine energy that falls short with Knight of Coins and Queen of Coins. So there is a energy here definitely of the masculine doing less or contributing less than what the feminine energy does, which definitely has caused an issue here, okay? Your enthusiasm with this Queen of Wands has taken a step back. This energy shows up because they have the desire to get that side of you back. You are earthy, you are nurturing, you are everything that this Queen of Coins represents, but at the same time, there is a certain part that died when you decided to pull your energy back due to some stagnancy that you saw between you and this person, Taurus, and they're aware of it. And when you did that, you also have been very vocal about it with the Knight of Swords energy, and you are not having it, okay? MJ gone, and I ain't having that. You went Nikki on it. Like, you're like, and it's been a journey. It's been very, very hard right now. I'm going to get into the main energy shortly, but yeah, It's been really hard. This is in your present energy. You could have definitely walked into that Knight of Swords very, very opinionated about what the hell is going on. Very, very open and honest about what you're not getting. Like I said, you put in a lot. You didn't get that back. So you start emotionally disconnecting, which is not necessarily something that you do first. You just take yourself away. Taurus, you have an ability to just remove yourself. And the way in which you can disappear is like Harry Houdini, may he rest in peace. And you have the ability to snatch a person's soul so quickly that this person was just like, they don't understand that. They're a different person, and you guys have definitely locked some horns, literally. Go ahead and clarify this Queen of Wands. They want that enthusiasm back. They want that passion back, okay? Yes, and they feel like you are trying to control the situation because it's being clarified by let go of control issues. Now, I am going to tell you, if I may for a second draw a personal parallel, I have this placement. Listen. It's like this. We all have things and ways about us. Yes, you know that. But I think that it is equally selfish for a person to tell you how you are and how you should handle something, and they are completely blind at the way in which their behavior puts you on the defense. Like, how is it controlling of you? Because I see what's going on. But they feel like you are not allowing the situation to unfold naturally, Taurus, because you decided to take yourself out of the situation. But again, I see this a lot in my clients. I've seen this in my personal life. Wherever there's a Taurus placement in the personal planets, you are going to be accused of being too drastic. Well, I'm not condoning because I don't know everybody's situation, but from where Marve sits, I'm just going to tell you, because this was a triggering emotion for me right here. But I'm telling you, I just feel like as long as things are done with balance, I do not feel like someone removing themselves from a situation where they're unhappy, whether you're a Taurus or not, is a form of controlling the narrative. It is, if it's balanced out, and if it is based upon, good reason, ultimately as an adult, you don't owe anybody an explanation. But if it is balanced out and it is a well thought out and it's not spiteful, Tauruses, then you have every right. You have every right whether it is or not. But from a spiritual standpoint, I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify this in the extension because once I get, what they've been doing to clarify this, then I will know. But normally when I talk to you guys in the main video and then we go into the extension, it's way more information, and I rarely am wrong. So this person has fallen short. It's just as simple as that. And they've fallen short. You've given them chances. Possibly, maybe you didn't. Maybe you are no nonsense and you took yourself out because you have no faith. That's fine. But they feel like it's being controlled. Let me get off my high horse here. And I feel as if, in the extension, we will be able to figure that part out, and I'll see it a little bit more from their perspective. But the way that it looks right now is you're coming up as a Queen of Pentacles. They're coming up as a Knight. And the Knight of Pentacles is slow. The Knight of Pentacles takes its time. It is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. And this is a clear and blatant indication that there is some things that they have done and now they want to make excuses about it. I normally don't take sides, but it's coming through, cross watcher. Now, if you don't see it that way, that's fine. I yell at both of you guys when I see it. I don't care what the energy is, and I see that here. Okay, go ahead and clarify this Knight of Swords for me. So you have put things up, and it's coming across to them like you are the one that's controlling here. You're trying to control the narrative, and they think you're lying. They think you're wearing the false self mask. Tauruses, I know a lot of you guys are going to come back. Marv, that's reverse. You know what? I'm not going to mediate. You book a reading and I talk to both of you guys. But I'm not going to mediate. In this general energy reading, I'm telling you what they're not telling you, Taurus, okay? And I know when you saw that, it pissed you off. I'm just telling you, okay? So they feel like your Knight of Swords compared to their Knight of Coins is deceptive, okay? They feel like it's deceptive. They're really hopeful. I'm just going to let you know. They really are hopeful with this Aquarian energy. They live in their head a little bit, and they really, really hope that you guys can get past this bull between you, and they're really optimistic about your future. But again, this always comes down in your reading about meeting each other's needs of love, and across all of the energy. But in yours, it's a constant fight, and it's because there's not enough of understanding each other, okay? So they are hopeful with that star energy, Aquarian energy here. They act out some fantasies in their head, and they're really, really optimistic that things work out. We do have in present energy the Magician. They're trying, actually. So I gave you bottom of the deck. I gave you top of the deck. And I don't always do that in order. I normally start with the Peak of the Past, which is, you know, my Peak of the Past, bottom of the deck. 2 cards that indicate what's already taken place, what sets the basis up for this. Remember, this is what's influencing them, loss. And they do feel like you're a loss, which is something to be said about that, right? They miss your warm and coziness. I've had this in your energy before. They miss you. They miss the sleep at night. They miss lying up beside you. And they are lying up at night because instead of this beautiful, and I know this is depicted by animals, but instead of this you and them sleep snuggling by the fire and doing all of the good things that you guys used to do, now this is them in the heart of the matter, up at night thinking. Sword coming through like OMG, like in the 9 of Swords about this situation. Absolutely. And now they are unsure. In this Libra energy right there with the 2 of Swords, they're trying to block their emotions out. It's not working, but, you know, they're trying to meet you toe-to-toe. I'm really surprised right now that the 7 of Swords didn't come out. They're not holding a position in this foolishness. What they're deciding to do in this 2 of Swords energy is kind of trying to block the loss out. They hope that they don't have to deal with this. They would rather not deal with it. It's rather uncomfortable. They are afraid. It's like stuck. It's an impasse. It's like, well, okay. They have contradicting energy here, of course. Because when we take a look at the 2 of Swords and we put that with the star, that's completely opposite ends of the spectrum. So I'm telling you that on one hand, they want to feel all of the positive feelings that comes along with loving you. But then on the other hand, they don't. So again, I really do feel like, you know, in the heart of the matter, we have 9 of Swords energy. I feel like this person lives in their head a lot. You can definitely be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I personally don't see how that would work. I'm not pretending to be Dr. Ruth here, or whomever. I just aged myself. Whomever you, I don't know, would make a relationship expert in your life. Whatever, guys. But I don't see how such of a idealistic energy works in your energy, Taurus, only because you're so earthy. What is this? What are we doing? What are we calling it? Can I touch it? It's not real unless you can do all of those things. Again, we go back to the intangible love. And again, in the beginning, you're optimistic. Oh, yes, I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me. Everything's good. But those very things in the beginning that makes you attracted to the person could be the very damn thing that you hate about them in the long run, right? Whew. So here you go again, showing up. You put realistic things in place, okay? You put things in place that made sense. Give me 3 cards representing this right now. You put things in place that made sense to you, could have made them uncomfortable. You put things in place to make this real, to solidify this relationship. You put things in place. That's what you do. You come in, and that's the reason why they could be looking at this situation that like you're controlling it. You're not controlling it, though. But I understand that. And I can understand a intangible energy that looks at the flow of time and you guys' communication as the investment. I'm sorry if that's funny. It's not. But it just, I'm so earthy, it just doesn't make sense. But it's fascinating to see how opposites attract. You look for benchmarks, things that you practically put in place, things that you guys have overcome, milestones as the tangibility, just to name a few. They look at your time together. Me and my son just had a conversation about this, with him being Gemini moon and me being Capricorn moon. And I try to enlighten him and give him the tools. So when he's going out there, he has these tools, good earth people, because it's not about pointing fingers. You're going to have to deal with someone that's different from you, regardless of whether they're zodiac compatible or not, whether you guys have synastry, whether that is in work, whether that is in relationship, hell, you're even your own parents. So I don't want him to get down on himself because he has that placement. Instead, I try to teach him the tools. And in that, it's very interesting to have, you know, pull your children's birth charts, guys. Start with them. Start with yourself, but start with your kids. Give them the tools. Okay, let me stop. Show me, Spirit. Before we get into the blockages for my beautiful Taurus tribe, we have... Yep, they're calling you in with this magician. They're not planning on letting you go. Ha! Children does play a factor. I'm going to clarify this. And what else did I say? The deception card. There's a couple things I'm going to clarify outside of what we normally would in the extension, Taurus. All right, I'm going to, yes, and very soon. They can't make their mind up. Children is a factor, so I'm glad I brought up children. I don't think you guys have a child together. Calling in your soulmate is what they're doing. They're not going to get the image of Taurus out of their head. It doesn't matter how hard it is. One thing that this person has that shines through, that's why I said I'm shocked that the Seven of Wands didn't come out. I associate that with Aries energy. There is a strong I'm not letting go energy here. I'm going to conquer this. I am not going to let this thing lick me. It's that energy of ego, but it works in your favor. You, on the other hand, will put all in, and when that's it for you, that's it. I'm done. They don't feel that way. So they're not going to let you out of their energy in this magician energy. You're still at the center of their thoughts. So keep that in mind. The children card, I'm going to clarify this in the extension. There's definitely a child aspect here, and I don't see it here. I don't see it. So I don't pick up on it strongly like I normally would. I have a tendency to talk about things and then they come out. So I try to limit that because I don't want to control the narrative. I want to ask Spirit. So I'm sorry, but if you agreed or resonated with that children aspect from the first time I said it, then that doesn't upset you. I don't know why it's funny today. And then very soon, again, with that star energy, they have to clearly decide what they want, so it comes to you guys. And I feel like right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't seem to be completely over at all. You have a lot to deal with. They have a lot to deal with. You want to have the freedom to deal with the things that you want to deal with. You don't want to have to deal with this pandemic, Taurus, and all of the other shit that has affected you, in addition to having to argue with this person to go back and forth about anything. You just don't. And they do. And it's not that they want to argue. They just would rather you guys be together and cohesive through this than to be apart. And that's basically what I'm going to name it, because that's what they want. Show me a blockage here for this connection. Judgment. Okay. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Again, I said that's exactly what this is. And you're going to have to learn not to pass judgment or how to maintain a healthy judgment boundaries. I'm telling you. I see it. Okay, I see that. Show me, Spirit, another one. In the extension, we are going to be clarifying adversity. There's definitely challenges here. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Well, obviously not really, because there's been a lot of energy of, this is a challenge, it's time to go, Taurus. I feel like that's you. And again, the biggest challenge with a Taurus energy, and I speak from going through this for you guys, so and still go through it right now today, is learning when to quit and when to stay. What people don't understand, and maybe this is for you cross watchers, I'm over a little bit, but just like you have your individual nature and you can be any sign, you have to understand you're watching for Taurus energy. And when something doesn't go as expected that they have poured their time into, unfortunately, it feels like they're being taken advantage of. And you have your own trigger, cross-watcher, but that's what this is. And I'm talking about Taurus energy, myself included. Yes, adversity is not something that's well balanced all the time with the Taurus, depending on where your Taurus is. So you may find yourself, Tauruses, throwing in the towel a little too early on certain things. And the balance is to know when to do that. There is not an exact science. I'm about to sit here and try to lie to you. That goes for both of you guys. Someone leaves and someone is like, you're giving up too soon, basically. You pick which side. Doesn't matter whether you're Taurus or not, but your person is grieving, Taurians. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And ultimately, that's exactly what's going on. Now that there has been loss, they don't have a choice but to appreciate it. If you guys don't live together, then you have to be quarantined or self-contained where you are. This gives this person in this situation a whole lot of time to die down, huh? They're thinking about it, but I'm going to let you know they're not letting you go. The energy between the both of you guys is happiness, okay? I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. You want to be happy alone. This feels like Scorpio energy. Was it Scorpio? I did a video where I was like, basically you want to be by yourself and they feel, so I'll figure out the title. Going to be some type of riff on you would rather be by yourself right now and they would rather be together. They don't want to have to deal with the emotional disconnection. Because you guys can't see one another, it kills them already that you can't see one another, but emotionally they very much so want to still be connected to you, and they don't quite know how to articulate that. So I'm going to tell you that they're keeping you at the forefront right here, okay? And this is what it is. They really do think that you're their soulmate. They have some differences. They want you guys to iron your differences out. I don't know whether I'm going to call it that. Whatever it is, I'll explain it in the extension, okay? We're going to go ahead and confirm or clarify this deception card, this children card, okay, separately. I am going to clarify all of the main energies with the Everyday Tarot. We're going to pull 3 of the Island Time Wellness Oracle card, deck 1 mini, and then we're going to get the angel answers and consult the angels and find out how they feel about this. Wow, this went over. Tauruses, you guys know I love you. I'll see you in the extension. To everybody else, I hope I explained what I was trying to explain here. And I got a couple different titles in my head, so I hope I got it. And that was your What Aren't They Telling You for the week of the 15th through the 21st, and their behavior definitely was being influenced by loss. Okay, so I'm going to keep this up, and I will see you guys next week when we do it again. Everybody else, I will see you in the extended. Bye, guys.